Breaking news at FC Barcelona. Hansi Flick has raised the alarm after the team's latest defensive mistakes, while Pedri's physical condition is beginning to cause real concern within the club. But before we get into all the details, remember to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Our goal is to reach 1,500 subscribers this month. It's free, quick, and helps us grow a lot. Now, let's get into the analysis. Barcelona returned from Prague with 3 very important points, but the final scoreline should not be misleading. The 4-2 victory over Slavia Prague cannot be interpreted as a clear sign that everything is working properly. When the match is analyzed calmly and in depth, the structural problems the team has been carrying for weeks reappear, especially in the defensive department. The win needs context, because beyond the goals, Barca once again conceded too much. The start of the match was an exact reflection of the team's current fragilities. In a hostile environment and against an intense opponent, Barcelona once again conceded an early goal after a clear defensive lapse. This is not an isolated incident, but rather a worrying trend. Slavia, despite obvious technical limitations, managed to create danger through high pressing, intensity, and set-piece situations, exposing the defensive shortcomings of the Blaugrana side. For several stretches of the first half, Barca lost control of the game, struggled to play out from the back, and showed slowness in defensive adjustments. The reaction did come, yes, but more due to individual talent than solid collective functioning. Fermin Lopez was key, finding space between the lines, reading situations well, and being decisive in the opposition box with 2 goals that brought the team back into the game before halftime. However, Slavia's equalizer once again came from a set piece, keeping the match completely open and making it clear that any additional mistake could be decisive. In the second half, Barcelona improved on the ball, showed more patience in circulation, and managed transitions better, although without truly conveying defensive solidity. Dani Olmo's goal came after a mistake by the opponent, while Robert Lewandowski, with his experience and composure, sealed the match. Even so, the goals do not hide the main issue. Barcelona once again conceded 2 goals against an opponent that, in theory, is a level below. And here comes the big question: if Barca concedes this much against Slavia Prague, what will happen when they face much more powerful attacks like those of Bayern Munich or Arsenal? It is true that the team showed character, the ability to react, and maturity to overcome adversity away from home. It is also positive that they stuck to their playing idea despite falling behind on the scoreboard. But the reality is clear: the defense remains the weakest point, conceding space, losing key duels, and allowing goals far too easily. In the standings, Barcelona improved their position, moved closer to the top 8, and depend on themselves to avoid the playoffs. But the table should not mask the reality. The Champions League demands consistency, maximum concentration, and above all, defensive solidity. Without that, any progress can be cut short when the level of the opposition increases. The night in Prague brings confidence because of the result, but also a very serious warning. Barca win and have offensive quality, but as long as they continue to concede too many goals, they will be walking a very fine line between progressing or being eliminated. Mistakes that do not prove costly today can end up costing the entire season in later stages. And now I ask you, Kuhl, do you agree with this analysis? Would you change the rating of any Barcelona player? Leave your thoughts in the comments, drop a like, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any Barca news.